guys know in the big YouTube channel here, I love variety shows, but another thing I love is magic, and I was recently on a magic show on a cruise ship. But when you have an old friend that knows magic and loves magic, well, you book him on your show, and here he is live from Chicago. Edd Fairman, old friend of mine, how you doing, and what kind of magic and fun are you bringing us on this episode?
Thanks so much, Joe, man. It is great to see you. Coming to you from Chicago all the way. I made a very special trick just for Joe. You guys probably know if you watch this channel, Joe is a huge fan of the Yankees. Yep. And hopefully we'll have this in the description below. A link to this. I will give this away free. This is a fun little spelling trick that uses 9 squares that have some phrases on them that I thought might mean a little something to you, Joe. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut out on 9 squares. So if you're at home, if you're watching from home through the magic television, you can cut out the 9 squares also.
I love I call it the magic of television. That's awesome. That's
well, you know, come on. If I'm not gonna do 90s references, what am I gonna do if I like? You know, and if we can't get at least one remembered in there, I mean, I don't know. Are we doing television right?
So am I just cutting out the 9 cards, just the cards part?
Yep. Just the 9 images, just so like me, just cutting out those 9 images.
It's like Hollywood's
words. All the words, they're words on yours. Sorry, they have images on yours.
You know, I like they're all Yankees reference for me. I enjoy it.
Yeah. So, and after you cut them out, you can give them a shuffle.
I'm still cutting mine, Archie. You know.
Oh, that's okay.
I can do things digitally great, but you know, you give me physical paper like this and something. You know, it's
yeah. This is old stuff. This is stuff that's made from trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, kids, remember paper?
No. What that, Grandpa? No, what that?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're done cutting.
All right, almost like one more column to go. This is riveting right now, watching me cut paper. Okay, I got it. I'm ready.
Excellent. So we've got our 9 phrases, and we're going to make 2 piles. So like I said, you can give yours a shuffle if you'd like. Make sure they're not in any setup order. I'm going to turn mine face down so they don't get too confusing. So turn the other packet, 9 cards face down. You're going to make 2 piles, like you're dealing 2 hands of cards to yourself and a regular play card. So just start out, go 1 and back and forward and back and forth, just like you deal cards to 2 people playing a card game. Now, whichever pile you end on, leave your hand on that pile. Because I would like you to lift up the pile and look at the card that's on the bottom. Mine, yours is going to say something different, or it might be the same, might be different. Mine says Yankees rally on it, just to show you that they're different. So on them,
mine says.
That's also what yours says?
Yeah.
You can pick a different one if you'd like. You can even change it right now if you want. But all you have to do is whatever 2-word phrase you pick, make sure it's on the face of the pack, and we're going to write it down here in our little cheat sheet so that we don't spell things wrong and look foolish on the internet, because that's the last thing we want, is to look foolish on the internet. So I'm writing Yankees in the top line of line and rally on the bottom. That's what we're hoping for. They're down in the 7th. We're hoping for a Yankees rally. So we've got our 2 piles. We've got the card that we're remembering on the face of the little pile there. We're just going to place it face down on the other pile.
Ooh,
and now we get to our spelling. You're going to spell your first word. I'm going to spell my first word. You're going to spell your first word. But for each letter, you're going to place 1 little card down onto the table. Ooh. You'll notice none of the words are longer than 9 letters, so you'll have enough. So I'm going to do mine out loud. You do yours quietly to yourself. Here we go. Y-A-N-K-E-T-S. So I put 1 down for each letter. Whatever's left, just go ahead and pop those down on top.
Okay.
Excellent.
On top of the other ones?
Yep, we'll break down on top of the other.
Okay.
Now we're going to spell our second word. Mine happens to be rally. So we're going to take 1 card for each letter. R-A-L-L-Y. And then pop the rest of the pile just down onto those cards. All right. So we spelled our 2-word magic phrase, and now we're going to use our magic word. We're going to hope for our batter. He's going to take a big swing. So we're going to spell swing. S-W-I-N. And on that last letter, G, that last card, believe it or not, if you followed along and got it just right, will be, for me, that Yankees rally. It'll be your lucky break.
It is. Wait a minute. Wow.
Cool. It's really cool. Yeah. I figured out, you know, it's a little magic, but it's also a little like cake and a little math. And I figured out the formula, and I make them now for all sorts of fun, cool stuff. So for holidays, and I make them for corporate events, for branding. I actually have one over here just because I'm in my studio for March. There's a lucky leprechaun one at the March. It just happens to be here in my studio. No, yeah, that's a fun trick.
Hey, can you do that one with money?
Hey, Joe. If I could do tricks with money, I wouldn't be doing this podcast, man.
That's true. He'd probably be doing some time.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd be doing the finger one. Like, hey.
Yeah. So hey, Ed. So how long have you been interested in magic? When'd you get started?
So, I mean, I have a pretty classic how you got started journey. I saw my first magician at my Cub Scout Blue and Gold banquet there in Armagh, Pennsylvania. For those of you who don't know, Joe and I grew up in a very rural area of Pennsylvania.
Very rural.
My little hometown had 97 people in it, and Joe's hometown didn't even have a town. It was a village. It was called the Village of. I will give you that because he might use that first.
You could say Dilltown. I talk about it all the time on here. 75 people. We were box 75.
My grandmother was box 68, actually. So you said they give me your box 75. You're right, the S.
Yeah.
And so I saw a magician at my Cub Scout Blue and Gold banquet. It happened to be a middle school. I think he was a middle school principal in Johnstown, the big town near our town. Big town.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that was it. At first, that I was 6 years old. I'm like, that's the thing I'm going to do. And, you know, I studied theater. I'll move to Chicago to do theater. Theater doesn't pay very well. And I've made a living doing, pretending I had magic powers. It's insane. It's really silly. It's very silly.
It's not silly. It's fun. But do you have something else for us? What do you got?
Absolutely. Sure. I want you to grab 8 cards from a deck of cards at your house, or if you're like me, have a bunch of deck of cards. You can just grab 4 red ones and 4 black ones. That's all you need. 4 red cards and 4 black.
And I can look at them. Sorry.
Yeah. Pick out your favorites or your least favorites. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I don't know if these are my favorites or not, but like this feels so illegal. Like I feel like I'm cheating, like turning cards upside down, because you know they don't like this in Vegas.
Well, you know, that's why I don't go to Vegas. If you couldn't be the magician and you win, you're cheated. And if you don't win, you're a bad magician. So yeah, either way, doesn't go very well.
Or they're gonna 86 you because you're card counting.
Hey, card counting is legal, sir.
They just don't like it.
Yeah. So we're going to take one of those colors. I'm going to use the red ones here. I'm just going to give those a mix. Just give those a mix up. Mix those up. Put those to the side. Take our black ones. Mix those ones up. All right. So we've got our piles in each hand. Red ones in one hand, black ones in the other. We're going to interlace them by placing them one down, alternating. One down from each hand, one down from each hand. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Alternating those cards. Okay.
All right. No.
So this is what we're going to do. We are going to take a few of those cards. Let's say got like 2 of those cards, turn them face up, and then place them on the bottom of the pack.
Face up.
After you
bottom.
Yeah, face up on the bottom. After you've done that, you can go and cut the cards and complete the cut. We're going to take 2 more. Ooh, I already have some that are already mixed up. So I've got one that's face up, one that's face down. I'm going to now reverse so the other one's face up and the other one's face down and place it on the bottom. I know, crazy. Cut the cards and complete the cut. And now we're going to go mad. We're going to use 4. Take 4 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 3 going one way. Split them the other way. Place them on the bottom. And guess what we're going to do? More of a cut. That's right. Give them a cut. 4 cut. Yeah. Cool. Now we're going to make 2 piles like we did at the beginning. So just deal your piles alternating left, right, left, right, left, right, left. It's like we're in the army. Place one of your hands on top of one of those piles. Pick that up and flip it so it's the other direction. Didn't even say if it's face up or face down. We don't even know. And flop it on top of the pile. Bam! Now, if I've done it right, if we've done our magic just correctly, and I say the magic words, go Yankees, I should have 1 color of cards all face up. I do 1 color of cards all face up. And if you did it right, you will too have the other ones completely separated face down.
In full disclosure, I nearly just dropped them all on the floor, but I got them. It did work.
Oh
Oh yeah, oh there, because look, here's the other ones that are black. Wow, that's kind of. Oh, we will not be doing that on a table in Vegas. That will, you know.
No. So guys who work gambling, they're called card mechanic, and those guys do very subtle those. I'm a magician. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take the top card right here. It's the 5 cards. Watch, I'll take the 5 cards. You know, like nothing. Yeah, nothing. So, it's the opposite. Yeah. What's that? I don't go. I've been to Vegas once, and I went and I saw 8 magic shows while I was there.
I'm not surprised. Hey, they do have great magic shows out there. Got to be honest, that's good.
And I'll tell you what, Chicago. If you have not been, first, don't listen. It is one of the cities in the country. It's not even at the top of anything for like crime or anything like that. People love to poo-poo on Chicago. It is awesome. 2, we have an amazing magic scene here. There is magic every night of the week in Chicago at multiple venues. It's insane, the Chicago magic scene, and it's so happy to be a part of it. And so.
Wow, I had no idea. Well, I learned so much doing these web shows. But all right, I got a question for you. So your stage name is Wizard of Sorts. What's behind the name?
Okay, so when I was in college, I went to Point Park College, now Point Park University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and boy, that's a lot of P's. And I asked a friend of mine, this was 1997, so I asked a friend of mine to draw a caricature of myself as a magician that would be easy to photocopy, because back then we were, like literally still cutting and pasting physically with our fingers and, cutting and pasting. And I was doing, like cheap black and white copies at, the copy place for my business card and stuff. So I offered him, I was like, I have to pay for it because you're doing art. So we agreed on $20 or whatever it was. And he came in the next week with 5 drawings. And the first one he showed me was a very, very crudely drawn caricature of myself on my hands and knees with my pants around my ankles and a rabbit shooting out of my backside. And on it, it said, Edd Fairman, Wizard of Sorts. And I'm like, oh, I'm keeping that. Yeah, I am keeping that. So yeah, it was meant as a bad, my friend was like making like the very silly joke, and I was like, "Oh no, this is mine."
Yeah. How often do you perform?
Let's see. I have free shows tomorrow. I have free shows tomorrow. So weekly. I do a lot of kid shows. I big kid show energy, as you could probably tell. So this right now, I'm doing summer camps, end of school stuff was last week. Tomorrow I have a 7th birthday party, and then oddly enough, a bar gig in the evening. So I got 2 kid shows and then 1 evening adult show. So,
okay, so I'm sure there's certain tricks for certain audiences. Yeah.
There's certain tricks for certain audiences, but there's also certain tricks that are in every show, and it's just the way you dress them up and take them out. And like something like, I love to do a couple of great classics, and I learned this from my nephews. I was doing a show back home in Pennsylvania. I was doing a just community show. Which, by the way, if you're going to be in New Florence, Pennsylvania on August 2nd at 2 p.m., I'll be at the New Florence Methodist Church doing my family show. I'll be there to raise money to do some repairs. So yeah, plug that show.
Yeah. Speaking of plugging things, why don't you plug your website? How does somebody get in contact with you if they want to book you for a gig?
So if you're not in the Chicagoland area, you're looking for somebody for your corporate event, somebody for your trade show, something like that, after dinner, award show. I do a stand-up comedy magic show, G-rated, corporate, lots of dad jokes, have a good time, we all laugh. That's wizardofsorts.com, because Joe, I'm the Wizard of Sorts, and I just renewed wizardofsorts.com for its 25th year.
No, nice. Man, time does fly, doesn't it? It's kind of...
You know who the original register was? 2 cows. Remember 2 cows? T-U?
Who's No.
That's before you. Oh, yeah, maybe that was even before your time. It was like in the GeoCities days.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, GeoCities days, okay, yeah, that I do remember. Hey, speaking of making things go away, I got summoned for grand jury duty here in New Jersey for 17 weeks. Can you make this thing go away?
Ooh, I will tell you what I told them when I got called for jury duty. The lawyer was like, does anyone here deal in contracts? I'm like, oh yeah, I deal in contracts. Yeah. What do you do? I set contracts to my clients all the time. And I was like, all these other people are lying. She's like, what? I'm like, well, they all have cell phones, right? Yeah. So they've all signed contracts. So all of them have just said they have no. Yeah, they're and that. Yeah, that would get dismissed real easily. Yeah. So I just point out like when the lawyers just. She goes, has anyone here ever thought of suing anyone? I raise my hand. She goes, yeah. And I go, well, you just said it, so now we all fought it. Yeah, I got dismissed. Yeah. They did not want me there because I kept pointing out like, I was like. Is this how you normally run stuff? Because this is like good.
These are actually great tips. Should put this on like a how-to thing.
Hey, no, Bo. I mean, jury duty is it's your duty, man. It's your duty.
It's your duty, and if you don't duty, they'll come for you and make you go away and do it anyhow, or give you a nice hefty cash fine, at least according to this threatening little green card that I got here. So, yeah, 17 weeks though. I was like, whoo, that's a doozy.
Yeah, no, that's not reasonable. I have plants at home. I have to take care. I have to get back to my stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, Ed, thanks so much for showing up on the big show, wizardofswords.com. You guys want to check him out, and there'll be lots more waiting for you there, and hopefully you'll see him live in person. And those of you watching this big show in person, click on the like, subscribe button for all the fun here on the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. 4 big shows waiting for you every week. Jersey Joe, you're and her friend here saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, I hope.